Ever wondered why you're not floating around like a confused balloon in a windstorm? Well, thank gravity, the invisible superhero of our planet. This unseen guardian keeps us all from randomly floating off into space, like a pack of untethered helium balloons at a kid's birthday party. Think of gravity as the world's most dedicated bouncer, tirelessly keeping everything in check, from the smallest speck of dust to the biggest bruiser of a planet. Without this stellar bodyguard, we'd have no atmosphere, and we'd all be gasping for breath like fish out of water. Not to mention the planets, which would be like unruly children running amok without their mother's watchful eye, spinning wildly out of their orbits. Oh, and let's not forget the classic faceplant. You know, when you trip over an invisible pebble and your face gets up close and personal with the ground, that's gravity, keeping you humble. So next time you trip over and fall flat on your face, remember it's gravity doing its job. You're welcome. Gravity, like a desperate lover, can't stand to be far from anything. The farther you are from it, the lesser it pulls you. Talk about clingy, right? Let's dive into this love affair, shall we? Picture gravity as that guy or gal who's head over heels for you. They're always there, tugging at your heartstrings. But the moment you start drifting away, their pull weakens. You've experienced that, right? That's our first law of love, or should I say the law of universal gravitation. The farther away you are, the lesser the pull. Now imagine this, you're at a party. You spot two people across the room. One is your average Joe or Jane, nice but not particularly striking. The other person is a Hollywood superstar, oozing with charm and charisma. Who do you feel more drawn towards? The superstar, of course. That's the role of mass in our gravity love metaphor. The more massive an object, or in our case the more attractive a person, the stronger the gravitational pull. But wait, there's a twist. This gravitational pull isn't one-sided, it's mutual. Just like how you can't help but be drawn towards that Hollywood superstar, they too, according to the laws of gravity, can't help but be attracted to you. I know, it sounds unbelievable. But hey, that's science for you. Remember though, every love story has its limits. In the case of gravity, the pull isn't infinite. It lessens with distance, until it becomes almost non-existent. So even if you're head over heels for that Hollywood superstar, if they're a galaxy away, well, your love might just float off into space. But let's not end on a sad note. Here's a fun fact to cheer you up. Did you know that the Earth pulls on you with the same force you pull on it? It's true, you have your own gravitational pull. So next time you're feeling a bit unimportant, remember, you're literally a force of nature. So the heavier an object, the stronger its gravitational pull. And you thought your crush at the gym was heavy. Imagine one day, gravity decides to take a vacation. What would happen? Well, let's just say it would be a weighty issue. The world would turn into a giant zero-gravity gym, where everyone is suddenly able to do those pesky pull-ups with ease. And forget about the morning coffee run. You'd have to chase your beloved caffeine as it floats around your kitchen. Your dog? It would be more like a balloon on a string, and we'd all be floating around like astronauts on a spacewalk. Oh, and the birds? They'd be the most confused of all. Imagine them chirping, "I thought we had a monopoly on this flying thing." Without gravity, even the moon would break up with us, drifting away into the starry night. Forget about romantic moonlit walks, more like moonless drifts. And let's not even start with the oceans. Imagine surfing on a wave that's not there. So, if you're not a fan of floating aimlessly in space, maybe it's best if gravity sticks around. But don't worry, gravity isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay, like your annoying little brother. Can you imagine a world without gravity? No, not just because we'd all be floating around like helium balloons at a kid's party, but because gravity is that silent, tireless worker that keeps everything in check. It's the ultimate party planner, keeping the planets in their orbits, making sure they don't crash into each other. It's like the world's most diligent babysitter, ensuring the moon doesn't wander off and get lost in the cosmic neighborhood. Gravity is that friend who always has your back, keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground, so you don't float off into space while taking out the trash. It's like the world's best bouncer, making sure we don't just fly off into the cosmos, never to return. And that's why, folks, gravity is the unsung hero of our daily lives. It might not wear a cape, but it sure does save the day, every single day.